We will now calibrate the blower speed and combustion values for high fire. Connect both sides of a manometer with a range of at least 20 inches to both differential pressure test ports of the heat exchanger you are calibrating. Open up and insert a flue gas analyzer into the flue gas test port, and follow the same procedure for multiple gas train configurations. Slide the S2 switch on the heat net control into the calibrate position. Main display will reload and the calibrate screen will appear. Slide the test run switch on the Honeywell 7800 control or controls to run. Now that the boiler is in standby and there is no call for heat, press the adjust button for maximum blower speed percentage. This will activate the controls to adjust that value. The blower speed value may have been preset. Adjust the maximum blower speed to 50%. This will allow for a safer initial high fire ignition. Create a demand for heat by sliding the S1 switch on the heat net control into the low fire position. The boiler will now begin the start sequence. Press the adjust button for maximum blower speed percentage. The blower will increase its speed to the previously set 50% and activate the controls to adjust that value. Read the manometer attached to the differential pressure test port and note the offset. Raise and lower the blower speed percentage to achieve the required pressure based on heat exchanger size and required differential signal as indicated in Table 12, Pressure Signal. And follow the same procedure for multiple gas train configurations. To access the calibration screen for additional heat exchangers in a multiple heat exchanger model, press the Additional Heat Exchanger button to switch between screens. Read the flue gas analyzer and note the levels of CO2 and/or O2. Adjust the levels of CO2 and/or O2 by turning the high fire trim screw on the outlet flange of the modulating gas valve. Find the appropriate levels of CO2 and/or O2 required for high fire based on fuel type and inlet air temperature as indicated in Table 11, Combustion Settings. And follow the same procedure for multiple gas train configurations. Take the boiler out of calibration mode by sliding the S2 switch on the heat net control into the normal position. Allow the boiler to settle back into minimum input and observe the combustion values as well as the differential pressure to ensure that the boiler is operating correctly. If necessary, repeat the low and high fire calibration to achieve consistent values. When the firing calibration is complete, remove the demand for heat to the Honeywell 7800 control by placing the S1 switch on the heat net control to the off position, allowing the boiler to stop. If you are operating this boiler in a high altitude installation, see the heat net control manual for further instructions. With high fire calibration complete, you have successfully set up your boiler.